Hello and welcome to the A&A Coffeehouse. Have a seat wherever you like. Adam and Anthony will be with you shortly. While you wait, enjoy a cup of our delicious coffee. As always, we have French roast, cappuccino, espresso, and Americano. For our specials this week, we have the third GOP debate and its aftermath, Anonymous and the KKK, and California's drinking laws. So sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and tune in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the A&A Coffeehouse podcast. I am your host, Anthony DeFranco, with Adam Kincaid, your other host, and with Ariel Ayers, your hostess. Say hi.
I've been promoted.
Hello.
Buenos dias.
An unexpected turn of events.
Ariel is also our editor. She's the one who keeps the show going, keeps us from just being two people talking in a room.
Yeah. She's the brains.
Huh.
Yeah.
She's the tech support, too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Have you tried plugging it in?
No.
Turn it on.
That's my problem.
I keep turning it off. Jeez. Hey, look. There's a cat here that just came by, looking at us through the window.
It's a big cat.
Yeah, it's a huge cat.
There's also a raccoon trailing it, and it's also a really, really big animal.
Oh, look, and now the cat wants to come in. Of course, now it wants to come in, but when I go and try to open the door for it, it doesn't want to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we're here live at the pool house here in wonderful Monterey, California. And it's really late here, so you're going to see us, listen to us rambling on sometimes or singing random stuff because we're tired.
Singing random stuff?
Yeah, and singing random stuff.
It's a musical part.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Because of daylight savings time, it makes everything all musical. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's. I was like, it's way earlier than usual. It's not because of daylight savings time.
Yeah. So.
Right.
Off to topic number one.
All right, so the topic number one, we're going to be talking about the GOP debate. Did you watch it?
Yes, I watched it. I didn't watch the first one, with the people who aren't polling.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot that happened.
Yeah, I still have it on my DVR. I just skipped it and went straight for the main one, the big one, head honcho. And this is debate number 3?
Yeah, this is the third Republican debate.
Yeah.
Number 1, everyone enjoyed. They said it was great to watch. Mm-hmm. Stuff happened. Mm-hmm. Number 2, everyone hated because it was never ending. And even the candidates who were talking seemed to just run to steam about halfway through, and it got weird. And everyone seemed to like this one again, except for the moderators.
Yeah, the moderators sucked. I mean, it's just some of the questions they asked were like got your questions, Then they went into their personal lives instead of, the substance, the politics.
And they were promptly called out for this.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz went after him. Ted Cruz went after the moderators at one point. Donald Trump got irritable with them.
He always gets irritable, though, so it's kind of Trump,
But instead of getting angry at the other candidates or the Democrats, they were all snapping at the moderators.
Yeah. Jeb Bush's manager, right? His campaign manager. Because Bush wasn't getting enough time, and so he was like pounding on the control room, telling him to give Bush more time, tell the moderators to have Bush, ask him some more questions.
Yeah.
It was one of those crazy nights.
Well, since we're there, who do you think won? Who did the best in the debate?
Honestly, again, to me, it just feels like none of them really won because they're saying the same stuff pretty much. That's just me.
Unfortunately, Ted Cruz did very, very well. Ted Cruz is getting accolades from everyone as
Oh
being
well,
one of the
it's
two
because
winners.
he stood up against the moderators. I could see.
Well, and he's gone up in the polls fairly significantly because of this. He got a major boost.
Oh God.
The other one is Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio actually kicked some ass.
Oh yeah, Rubio was pretty good. But they had some Gaia questions where they talked about his personal finances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He even got upset, I think, about that too, if I remember correctly.
I liked so one of the best quotes of the night that I'm going to get out of the way right now, because everyone has talked about this, it is playing all over the news. Very early on in the debate, Jeb Bush came out fist swinging and went after Rubio.
Oh, yeah.
And he accused Rubio of not showing up for work.
Yeah.
The French work week is what he said.
Even with that quote though, he did piss off the French. Yeah, a lot of French government were in America, but unless you're descended from the French, but still,
yes,
you can only vote in this country if you're American.
I don't think Jeb Bush is too concerned about losing the French constituency.
Yeah, definitely not.
Not one of the big movers and shakers in this country.
Oh, yeah.
But
Jacques Le Bleu.
Yeah, so he talked about a French work week, and said that Rubio doesn't show up for work. Mm-hmm. He's so busy campaigning, he doesn't show up anymore. No one else is allowed to just show up for work 3 days a week, and told him he should either just quit his job or quit the campaign, one of the two.
Yeah, because I think there was like a newspaper article or something that was in Florida, one of the newspapers where they were actually complaining that he doesn't show up to work.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what he said. So that's what he says immediately. He goes after Rubio, and Rubio just turns and looks at him and says, "You know what? You're coming after me right now because someone in your party told you that it was a good idea to attack me. Mm-hmm. Well, they were wrong. It's not going to help you."
Oh yeah, that was good. He stood up against Jeb.
Yeah. So that's one of the big turning points right there, where everyone says Rubio won the race. Mm-hmm. For the first time, a lot of the reporters, a lot of the talking heads are saying that it looks like that they are betting on Rubio being the nominee. Mm-hmm. They think once Carson and Trump and Fiorina have all fallen away, the leader of the pack is going to be Rubio, who is probably going to be the nominee. Yeah.
You should go on Facebook and look at like how many people are following each person, because you can pretty much predict there by looking at them, like, who has a better shot, things like that. But the problem is, though, Carson and Trump have about the same amount of people.
I have a poll that I need to show you. It's a bar graph, and it shows the net worth of all of the candidates. Ariel's seen it. Yes. It shows the net worth of all the candidates. And so it shows up, and it's a normal graph. The far left side is really, really high. It's a full bar. The far bottom side is, I believe, Rubio and...
I don't remember the others. I can look it up.
Bernie. Rubio and Bernie Sanders.
Oh, because it includes
are
all
the two far
candidates.
right. Yeah, those are two on the farthest to the right with no money whatsoever. They're Rubio and Sanders are not even worth $1 million. Mm-hmm. Their net worth is less than $1 million. Mm-hmm. And then all the way on the far left, you've got Jeb Bush and you've got Hillary Clinton and some of these others who are way up there. Mm-hmm. And so we're looking at it, taking it in, and very quickly noticed that Donald Trump's not on the graph at all.
Wow.
And we were like, why isn't Trump on this graph? And so I went into the mechanics, and there's a button you can click. They removed Donald Trump from the graph because it throws things off.
Oh, wow.
So you can click this button to put Trump back on the graph, and Trump just rises so high up. Every single other candidate, including Hillary and Bush, go down to flat lines.
Oh yeah, Trump's build, has a bunch of money.
Yeah, but it's crazy seeing it on a bar graph. If you put Trump on the bar graph, he's the only bar there.
Wow,
everyone else is a
nuts.
flat line.
Wow, did you hear? But Trump did a comment or something on the news about having to take his first small loan of $1 million from his father.
Yes.
To start a business. A small loan of $1 million. Wow.
He says, I didn't start off rich. I wasn't handed anything. I only had $1 million from my dad.
But he had to pay his dad interest afterwards.
Yes.
But still, though, that's not a small loan.
He says, anyone can do it. I had nothing, only $1 million.
I think we should do it right now. Let's go get a small loan of $1 million and see what happens.
Yeah. If we only had a small loan of $1 million.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Yeah, okay. Because this podcast, small loan of $1 million would be like flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be like, popular in Indonesia or something?
All right.
Yeah. Because of inflation and stuff like that.
So, Rubio and Cruz won. Who lost?
Wow.
I think it was, who lost, Kucinich? Is that his name? Kucinich?
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Kasich.
Kucinich
Yes. Is a Democrat. Dennis Kucinich.
Oh, okay. Kasich probably was the one that lost, but I like him. To me, he seems like he's the moderate. He's what the Republicans used to be.
Yeah, I quite like John Kasich.
Yeah.
He did pretty good. He totally blasted Trump and Carson. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
On their economic policies?
Uh-huh.
And did you see Carson's bizarre response?
I don't remember it. What was it?
So Kasich came out and accused Trump and Carson of having pure fantasy. That was his quote. Fantasy. He accused their economic policies of being nonsense. He says that they would both cause massive debt in the trillions and trillions of dollars. And so Kasich attacked them both. And Trump didn't really do anything. He barely responded. But actually, Trump said that CNBC contributor Larry Kudlow really liked his tax plan.
Wow.
I'm not quite sure that's a defense.
Mm-hmm.
Your tax plan is going to leave us $1 trillion in debt. That guy likes it. Okay. Congratulations. But Carson had the weird one. So Carson said... Oh, what did he say?
I remember
Carson
some
said,
people booing him because of... they asked him about what he knew about national security or something like that, and the whole crowd went boo.
Yeah.
And he's like, see, they know, and everybody laughed.
Yeah, that also happened.
Yeah, because he honestly admits that he doesn't know much about national security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so Carson was accused of leaving a $2 trillion hole because of his tax cut. And so he said that he would look at cutting staffing and budgets for 645 federal agencies.
Wow.
So he wants to cut the budget for 645 federal agencies. And that, trust him, it'll all make sense when he puts the facts down.
That's what they all say, and it makes no sense afterwards. Or they don't even do anything, you know. When they go in the office, it's like, oh, I promised that? Oh, crap.
All right, but so the people considered the losers of the night, Jeb Bush was absolutely one of them. Jeb Bush, a lot of the people are talking about how Jeb Bush may as well just quit now.
Mm-hmm.
They say there's no way he's winning. He's tanking in the polls. He's going to his brother for help.
Oh, yeah, then also cutting staff, too, supposedly, in his campaign staff.
Yeah.
And things like that, too. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, so a lot of the people are definitely talking about the fact that Bush was one of the big losers of the night.
Mm-hmm. No, the truth is, not even a lot of Republicans are going to vote Bush.
Yeah.
Even Republicans now hate Bush.
Yeah.
Especially when not many, if the smart, educated Republicans know about the declassified document from 2007 or 2008, which actually showed that there was no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq.
Yeah.
Those are the ones who really hate George Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because, they backed him. They were like, screw you liberals, you guys are liars, blah, blah, blah. It turned out they were saying the truth the entire time.
Yeah.
And then that's why they hate Bush.
What do you think about Jeb Bush's creepy kiss comment?
Creepy kiss comment?
Yeah, Jeb Bush said that there's not a single Democrat who would cut spending by even $10.
Oh, that he kiss one. Oh, yeah,
who
yeah,
is
yeah.
willing to cut it $10, he will go and give him a warm kiss.
Warm kiss.
Yeah.
I think that's just weird, but then also I would kind of hope it was a dude, only because isn't Jeb Bush only for traditional marriage, and he's not for everyone get married. Yeah. Topic number 2 is
for anonymous. So a couple of years ago, not a couple of years ago, last year. In Ferguson, Missouri, as we all know, Michael Brown was shot by a police officer, Darren Wilson, and when that happened, a lot of people got pissed off. Mm-hmm. One of the groups that got pissed off was Anonymous. If you don't know what Anonymous is one of the big major hacking groups on the internet. We'll talk about more about them in a second, but big hacker group. They went in, got a bunch of information about a bunch of KKK members, and released them to the public. Mm-hmm. And now they have announced they're going to do it again. So, in the very, very near future, they've announced that they're going to reveal the names and addresses and all sorts of other stuff for members of the KKK. 1,000 of them.
Wow.
So, what do you think about that, Tony?
I think they should have their names released because these guys are racist bastards who deserve to get their names out there and shouldn't be able to work, shouldn't be able to, make a living because these guys are just pieces of shit.
Oh, yeah, they said they're going to be releasing the names, addresses, emails, and phone numbers of 1,000 current Klan members.
Wow.
They are going to get harassed by everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying they don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a legitimate hate group, and that's awful. But that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can only imagine the backlash of that.
They're actually listed as the oldest homegrown terrorist group for the United States.
So they were founded in 1864 by who?
6 former Confederate soldiers.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But yeah, so they're still around. They're nowhere near as big as they used to be.
No wonder.
So yeah, they're still around. They're nowhere near as big as they used to be.
You don't want them to be bigger.
No, I don't. I'm quite glad that they've gotten smaller.
Yeah.
But the reason that this all started is because the KKK broadcast a whole bunch of threats against the protesters in Ferguson.
Wow.
So the KKK broadcast they were going to come and inflict physical harm.
Yeah, they wanted to go over there and do like an anti-protest or something.
Yeah. Well, no, they were saying they were going to come and hurt, harm, beat, trash, and maim the protesters.
Wow.
So,
that's nuts.
Not a counter-protest.
Yeah, because
physical assault.
They were technically doing it to themselves too. The protesters beating other protesters up and then getting beaten by the police.
As happens so often.
Yeah, and then breaking into people who businesses and stuff that had nothing to do with, the cop or Michael Brown. They just looted and destroyed private property just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Anonymous?
I think they're somehow part of the CIA or something. This is just some weird shadow. It just seems weird. I think they're cool. I do kind of think they're cool on some of their activism and stuff, but at the same time, it's just strange how they, how they're not caught yet.
Well, it's because they don't have any leader. They don't have any organization. Hundreds of them have been arrested. Mm-hmm. They've been arresting anonymous members left and right all over the place.
Wow.
There's just so many of them, and there's no leader, and they have no organization or infrastructure.
So anonymous is just regular random people then?
It's a whole bunch of people loosely working together, connected via emails and links and stuff like that.
So then this is not the original Anonymous then?
It branched from the original Anonymous.
Oh, okay. Didn't I hear something that they caught most of the original Anonymous people and one committed suicide or something?
Some of the people who started the organization got caught.
Wow.
But hundreds of other hackers have joined them. Mm-hmm. They estimate between dozens and hundreds, the government. Some of them think there are dozens of members. Some people think there are hundreds.
Wow.
But yeah. I like Anonymous. So far, Anonymous has gone after Scientology. They went after the Church of Scientology.
Oh, yeah.
I liked that one.
Did they ever release any documents from the Church of Scientology? I know it's off the main subject of themselves, but because Scientology is recently again back in the news because of there's another former actress who was in part of the whole Hollywood Scientology crowd recently got out of it and was bashing them.
Yeah. But yeah, so they went after Scientology.
Uh-huh.
They went after what's the one? The Westboro Baptist Church. Fred Phelps and his group.
Those bastards.
Yeah, they went after them.
Didn't Fred Phelps die?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Oh, okay. He's probably burning in hell. Yeah.
That would be justice.
Mm-hmm.
They went after PayPal. They went after Sony. They went after MasterCard. They fought really hard against the digital piracy campaign. The film industry was trying to do.
Oh, wow.
They were big supporters of WikiLeaks and the Occupy movement.
Mm-hmm.
They attacked Israel. They launched a bunch of cyber attacks on Israel.
Wow. That there is where I say I kind of like them. You know, there's this sometimes it's like, why cyber attack Israel?
Because Israel's massacring hundreds and thousands of Palestinians?
Well, also Palestinians keep attacking Israel.
Terrorist groups inside Palestine keep attacking Israel.
And then, of course, people in Gaza, then they go and they put their kids in front of, like, targeting zones where, like, missiles are. And those missiles are shooting into Israel. And Israel has to defend itself. What it's going to have to do.
Well, that's what the terrorists are doing, is they're launching from civilian territories.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, strike back at us, Israel, and you have to blow up a bunch of civilians.
But if you look at Gaza, most of the whole place in Gaza is all civilian territory.
So
that's the thing. Yeah.
Again, that whole thing, you can blame the terrorists.
Yeah.
Israel is killing a lot of innocent people, but they're kind of backed into a corner and don't necessarily have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, some of these things are like these stabbings, though. There's actual videos of these stabbings where the Israeli Defense Force, they have to defend themselves. There are some questionable ones, like I remember seeing something where they accidentally shot the wrong guy who they thought had a knife and stabbed somebody.
Yeah.
You know, that there is like, yeah, Israel screwed up there. And then
but there was the Israeli guy who was just stabbed by a bunch of Israeli people yelling, "We hate you, Palestinians, go home."
Oh yeah, and then it turned out the guy was Jewish too.
Lately they've been going after websites hosting child pornography.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they've been hardcore going after child porn, trying to bring down child porn.
Go anonymous.
A bunch of their members have been posing as children, posing as young girls, and catching predators online. So they've been doing a lot of that lately. They attacked Coach Industries. They took down a whole bunch of stuff on the Koch brothers.
Koch
brothers. Coke Industries. Koch brothers.
The Cocaine Brothers?
It's CH. There's a ch sound.
Coach. Crotch.
It is Koch brothers.
Coke, okay.
But it's spelled Coach.
The Coach.
I always do that.
I thought you were talking about Coach, like
the TV show.
Or like what is that? It's a brand for purses.
Yeah.
A lot of our students like it.
Yeah, my wife loves Coach. My grandmother got her into Coach, and now she just can't separate herself from Coach.
Yeah.
My wife used to never collect get those kind of purses before. She used to just get Bungalow 360 purses and things like that. And now, my grandmother got her hooked onto an interesting thing. Expensive.
Yeah.
Extremely expensive. Every Christmas and every birthday, I'm like screwed.
Yeah. They did a anti-bully campaign where they went after people who are cyberbullying.
Mm-hmm.
They went after a bunch of them. Specifically, there were some cases where in the middle of the country, in the Midwest, several students committed suicide because of online bullying. And Anonymous ripped the bullies apart.
Oh, wow.
They just totally trashed them online, released their names and stuff. Because they were underage. They said, the government said, okay, we're not going to release them, say who they are or anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go off basically scot-free. Anonymous said, fuck you, no you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And said who they were. These kids are bullying. Parents, take care of your children.
Mm-hmm.
Reprimand them. Do something.
Wow.
They went after the Department of Justice. They shut down the FBI website for a while.
Oh, yeah, FBI website. And I know they shut down this other government website, too. I don't think it was the State Department website, I think.
Yeah. Certainly possible. Yeah, so they went on a campaign to wipe Israel off the map of the internet. So they wanted to remove Israel from the internet.
I'm starting to think maybe they're not like a CIA, secret group. Maybe they're a group of Iranians now. It's because of their hatred.
Iranians who are getting involved hunting down bullies in the United States.
I'm just saying, maybe there's some of them that are, because you said anonymous.
They're all over the world.
Yeah, you said anonymous is all over the world, right?
Yeah,
well,
everywhere.
What if some of these people from anonymous are then, Iran, and they're going after Israel? There's a possibility there because the Iranians do want to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. If they're trying to wipe them off the face of the internet, that's the closest thing they can do right now. Yeah.
And another one I liked is there's 2 big websites. Have you heard of revenge porn?
Yeah, I've heard about revenge porn.
Where when you're dating someone, you take pictures of the two of you having sex or naked pictures, and you break up and post the pictures online.
I've heard about that. Yes.
There's 2 big sites that do that.
A raccoon just came up to the window. Hey, buddy.
Right hey, buddy.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, wow, look at that. He put his hand on the window. Oh, that's cute. He's scared. But anyways, back to... we'll cut this part
out. So, 2 big revenge porn sites, 2 really big ones. And Anonymous went on and shut down both their websites, crashed their servers, and released the personal information, including social security numbers of the guys who ran them.
Wow.
So, yeah. I really, really like Anonymous.
Anonymous has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
You can see.
Well, like right now, they have an operation going on called Operation Oklahoma, which is a thing where they're trying to do effort to respond to flash floods and windstorms in the United States. Mm-hmm. They've got an operation going on called Operation Safe Winter, where they're trying to raise awareness of life on the street and help homeless people. They're still going after the cops and the Klan over the Michael Brown shooting. Mm-hmm. They're... Yeah, a whole bunch of really, really cool stuff. I genuinely really like them. They've also been currently shutting down the Saudi Arabian government.
Wow.
They're shutting down the Saudis right now, protesting the regime.
Crazy.
So, what do you think about... So you approve of them going after the Klan?
Yeah, I approve of them going after the Klan. I believe... I support them in taking out... those child porn sites and releasing those sickos' identities and stuff like that. Going after bullies and things. Though they are minors, but at the same time, they're because they're minors, they're just going to get a slap on the hand and walk away. When the parents should be slapping them on the butt. That's the thing.
Which is weirdly is still legal in like 21 states. We found out at school the other day.
What?
Corporal punishment. You're allowed to spank or smack your students in 21 states. Still, it's allowed, legal.
So, are you two planning to go to a state where you can smack your students around?
I'm quite good here.
Oh, okay.
Our students are all good. Okay. Well-behaved students at school.
Seriously,
yeah. They better be good.
Extremely well-behaved.
Amount of what you guys are doing a private school, right? And the parents have to pay for it, so the kids better be good. Yeah. My kids are being bad at a private school. I'd be like, I pay so much money a year, and then I still have to pay school taxes on my mortgage and shit.
And your kids are like, we don't care, Dad.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Not quite sure what that solves.
We are back on subject number 3.
All right, subject number 3.
3.
News out of the Secretary of State's office. We might have a new ballot measure on the
2016 ballot.
Yeah.
For November of 2016.
Yeah, they're talking about, on the grounds of civil rights issues, lowering the drinking age from age 21 down to age 18.
Wow. So,
right off the bat, before we get into anything, what's your opinion?
Okay, so I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I do agree with what Ariel was saying off the air, that if you go to war, you should be at 18 and you're an adult, right? You can go to war, kill a person, but you can't drink until you're 21.
Accurate.
Yeah. And so the thing is, it's like, I can see from that point of view, if you can go and you can shoot somebody overseas, defending your country, you should be able to have a drink.
It's not just shoot people. You can join the military and go and be killed in wars.
Yeah.
War is a dangerous place. You turn 18 and you are allowed to go fight in a war where you can kill people or be killed.
Yeah.
The fate of wars. Do we win the war? Do we lose the war?
Yeah.
That is up to the soldiers on the ground, many of whom are 18, 19, 20-year-olds.
Yeah. Also,
when you turn 18, you're allowed to get a tattoo.
Uh-huh.
Tattoos are permanent. They're there for your entire life. It's a pretty damn big decision.
Yeah.
When you turn 18, you're encouraged to start having children. You're allowed to raise children at age 18, 19, 20. You are allowed to get married. You can pick someone to be married to for the rest of your life at age 18. That is totally fine, totally acceptable. You can begin slowly killing yourself with cigarettes at the age of 18.
Yeah.
That is also totally fine, totally legal. So there's a whole bunch of big decisions. You can buy a house.
Yeah, you can buy a house at
age
18. Yeah.
There's a whole lot of stuff you can do at age 18 that says, hey, you're an adult. You can make these big, major decisions. You have these major choices you can do. You're an adult. We respect you. Don't touch that alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. That
So keep going. How do you feel?
Yeah. That's. I do agree with you on that. Then at the same time, once you're 18, you're not really. You still have to live life at the same time. But you also, your brains aren't really as developed as you are until you're around, your 20s.
Well, then they shouldn't let you go fight in the war.
Yeah, I can see that point of view, too.
House, and they shouldn't let you do any of these things that get you life experience. So then you're going to turn 21, and they're going to say, hey, 21-year-olds don't have any life experience.
Yeah, I see both points of views. That's why I'm 50-50. Yeah. But the thing is, though, I will probably save. I know we would lose money on the freeway bill because the feds were the ones that told the states,
yes,
do 21 for drinking age, and we will give you funding for your freeways.
Yes, it's called the National Minimum Drinking Age Act. It was passed in 1984, saying as long as you raise it to 21 drinking age, we will give you a bunch of money for your federal highways.
Yeah, this was a Reagan bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Reagan approved it. And the thing is, though, now California, if they decide to approve this, they will lose that funding. But though the plus side is that the tax revenue will increase because you'll have more people getting drinks.
According to all the estimates, tax rates are going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
California will make bank on this.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is California, actually, the congressmen, the senators, the governor, they have no say in whether this happens.
Yeah, it's the voters.
California has the whole referendum law. So what do you think? A countrywide poll. So all 50 states. Should they lower the drinking age? What do you think? What do you think's winning right now? Do the American people, are they in favor or against lowering the drinking age to 18?
This is interesting. I don't know. I'm going to probably say it varies state to state. I honestly don't know.
This is one group. This is as a country.
As a country,
one poll.
I would
they
say
asked all 50 states, one poll.
The majority of them would probably say no. It'd be the younger generation who are like 18 who are going to be like, hell yes, give me my booze, yeah.
What do you say, Ariel? Take your pick. Do most Americans say that they should lower the drinking age, or do most Americans say that they should not?
Again, I agree with Tony. That does sound like a state-by-state question because I feel like certain areas would have.
But again, on this one poll, polling everyone in one group, in favor or against?
I mean, I personally feel that it should be lowered. So the pessimist says they probably said that they're against it.
As of right now, 59% of the country says yes, lower the drinking age.
Nice.
Wow.
41% say no.
Awesome.
Okay.
So it's remarkably close, but right now, the yes lowered is winning.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Oh, because
why not be consistent with your 18-year-olds?
So,
what are some of the arguments against this?
Some of the arguments are mostly from the Christian right, and mostly moderates also, where they're trying to say that, like I was saying, because of the whole, your brains don't really develop until like around your 20s.
Which again, factually, that's not true.
Oh, okay.
Your brains actually develop largely as much as they are around 16.
Okay.
Which is why you can drive at 16, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the main argument that they're trying to say? And then also, it's that there'll be more fatalities on the road with the 18-year-olds. Because once you reach 21, you're more mature compared to 18.
Actually, it seems in pretty much every country across the board, the most fatalities due to drunk driving happen when you can start drinking. So right now, it's the 21-year-olds are getting in crashes all the time being drunk.
Yeah.
So if you lower it to 18, then it'll be 18. If you lower it to 50, it'll be 50.
Yeah.
So no matter what age you say, hey, you can start drinking, people are going to start drinking and driving.
It's automatic casualty. But I could see how it would save the police a lot of money. They don't have to arrest people who are over 18 for being intoxicated underage.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Well, and right now, according to, again, the statistics that I'm looking at, the vast majority of people under the age of 21 are already drinking.
Oh, I did a documentary back in it was a short documentary back in the early 2000s when I turned 21. I went around asking people how much, what did they drink for their 21st birthday? Because, I was turning 21. I never drank any alcohol, and I was kind of wondering, right? And
I was with you. I was there when you had your first beer.
Yeah, and I found out that everybody I talked to had drinks right after being 18.
Yeah.
And before 21.
Yeah.
All the people I interviewed. So it was like, wow.
Yep.
It was very interesting.
And there's actually a bunch of links saying the reason young people binge drink so much is because they can't buy alcohol. Mm-hmm. So when you get a hold of alcohol, you say, oh my God, I'm at a party, there's alcohol. I don't know when I'm getting this again.
Yeah.
I better drink it all right now.
It's the same as the drug argument, not to go totally off topic, but just tie that to that, is that often the argument in favor of legalizing drugs, certain drugs obviously, is that when you regulate it and it's normal and it's not this taboo and people are excited to go get it, then it becomes less exciting, so people are less inclined to go out and party and do a whole bunch of drugs because it's not a no factor. Mm-hmm. It's like a psychological, I can't have it, so I must have it.
And
kind of thing.
Kids and teenagers love to say no.
Right, yeah. Rebellious teenagers, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We by far have the highest drinking age of any of the first world countries. Everyone else is drinking before us, and they have less problems with it because it's not a big taboo thing that you're not supposed to do. They don't need to binge drink because they can go buy it whenever they want it. Mm-hmm. There's less alcoholics. Alcoholism is less in most other countries, not all. Looking at you far north.
Mm-hmm. Like Canada is like 19.
Yep.
And then who else? I think the UK is around 19 as well. I could be wrong. I think there. And then trying to know.
That's because most people say if you're old enough to vote and go get in wars and stuff, you can drink alcohol.
Hi again. I hope you've enjoyed the specials of the week. There's still some coffee grounds left over that we have yet to discuss, so stick around while we close up shop to hear what the staff has to gossip about.
All right. So, Ariel, let's hear the amusing things that happened to you this week.
Well, I don't know about amusing things that happened to me, but at the Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium in Omaha, the police department has reported that on November 1st, 2015, so already today, 2 people trespassed after hours into the zoo on Halloween night, so like in the past 24 hours. One of the individual's hands was injured while on grounds, and reportedly it was by a tiger. So this woman, she is named Mai. She's an 18-year-old. Oh, sorry. That's the tiger. The tiger's name is Mai, and she's an 18-year-old Malayan tiger. Mm-hmm. And supposedly she bit I think it's a woman is one of the people that broke in, and she bit this highly intoxicated woman on the hand, and her left hand is severely injured.
Did the tiger get alcohol poisoning?
No, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like the tiger's just fine.
Oh, okay, good.
But the woman's in the hospital right now and has been charged with, I think, trespassing, definitely. I think there was other charges against her. But her name seems to be Jacqueline Ide.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the headline says, "Woman sneaks into Henry Dorley Zoo, is bitten by tiger."
Wow.
That's why you don't sneak into a zoo.
That's why you don't go into the cage she didn't go into the cage. She reached through the bars to pet the tiger. That's why you don't pet tigers.
Yeah, and what kind of zoo is this that the bars, you can actually pet the animals through the bars? It's like
a good question.
Old zoo? Is this like some zoo from the 1800s that they haven't updated yet?
Right, like where they don't have like
laws?
the trench in between the habitat.
Yeah, it's like what? Wow.
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any pictures of the habitat or anything like that. I'll look for it later. Oh, here's a picture. Yeah, no, they're like right there. It's a little fence.
Oh wow! This is Omaha. They probably have like laws where anyone can have a zoo, pretty much, where you can get wild animals and then put them in your home or outside in your front yard, and then have people come over and then pay you for it. Wow.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. States that have unregulated wild animal laws. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Hooney,
Yes.
what's your thing of the week?
My coffee bean of the week.
Yeah.
I would have to say it's a large ice hazelnut coffee from McDonald's. I love those. Ah, man. I get one every day. I'm addicted to them.
They're actually really good. I do not like McDonald's at all, but their coffee is awesome.
Yeah, and plus also now they offer breakfast in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, it's just so nice to have a sausage egg McMuffin 2 in the afternoon.
And hash browns.
Let me rephrase. I do not like McDonald's at all, but their coffee and breakfasts are really, really good.
I like their chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah, their chicken whatever it is. Yeah.
Chicken McNuggets.
Pink stuff or
exactly.
alleged pink stuff. Yeah. We don't know what it is.
I
Yeah.
didn't say it was healthy or necessarily chicken. I just said that the title they give it is a chicken McNugget and that they taste really good.
Yes, they do. So if anyone wants a McCafe coffee, go to McDonald's. They're actually good. And we're right now freely advertising McDonald's.
Yeah.
So
I disapprove of that.
yeah. So
But yeah, their breakfasts are good. I like their breakfast. They're the McGriddle. I really like the McGriddle. I'm sure it's horrible for you, but I really like the McGriddle. It's actually quite good.
yeah, and over there, and if you go to the UK or Paris, oh, the McDonald's breakfasts are just better than here.
You're weird.
Yeah.
Why would you
Tony,
get McDonald's
I love
in
that
Paris?
you go to other countries and have the same fast food that you have here, and then
Because
do it better.
you want to try something different when you're over there.
Exactly. So why do you go to McDonald's?
Because their McDonald's is different over there from here. It's like in London. Oh, I love it. They have like a freaking breakfast burrito, a breakfast snack wrap that's huge, right? And in it, they ask you what would you like in it, ketchup or brown sauce? I still don't know what the brown sauce is, but it's pretty freaking good.
Brown sauce.
Yeah.
At no
Barbecue
point
sauce?
when I was in Europe did I
be.
ever go to any fast food restaurants.
Wow, not even a Chipotle in London?
No.
Oh, wow.
Because they have Chipotle's here.
Tony's
At
also the
London
one,
restaurants.
but Tony's also the one to go to Disneyland in another country
True.
that literally has castles.
Yeah.
Real historical castles.
I did go to those castles. The thing was,
Okay.
I'm a Disney fanatic, so that's why I went
I
over
would
there.
totally go to Disneyland.
I was gonna say,
I just
I
find
would-
it funny.
Yeah.
At some point, it's not on the top of my list, but I would like to go to Euro Disney.
Yeah.
Euros.
But
Again, I have other places I want to go first in Europe, but I'd go there.
yeah, but also the McDonald's in Paris, they have 2 separate sections. So you see here in the US for their coffees here McCafe, right? They put that on their coffees.
Yeah.
But over there in Paris they have a separate section for McCafe. So you can go to the regular McDonald's side and get like your burgers or fries, your Royale with cheese over there. Oh yeah, I had the Royale with cheese. I can tell you it does not taste like the quarter pounder here in the US. So for you,
So weird, Tony.
yeah, I know, but for you Pulp Fiction fans, if you're a Pulp Fiction fan, I bet you'd immediately when you go over to Paris would try it just to see if they actually are comparable. They're really not. But anyways, yes, back to the coffee stuff. McCafe, they had a really awesome section where they had coffee, but they don't have large hazelnut iced coffees there, which is unfortunate. But they also have a bakery as well, so you can get macaroons and things like that at a McDonald's in Paris.
Macaroons.
Macaroons, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much my coffee bean of the week. Just get yourself a large hazelnut iced coffee. Oh, at McDonald's, I just tell you, it's addicting.
All right.
That's all. And it's cheaper than Starbucks.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
That's the reason I drink it.
me too.
All right. My turn.
Yeah, what's your coffee bean of the week?
Did you hear that Russia is going to be investigating the moon landing?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah. So apparently the government's investigative committee of Russia is going to be looking into the moon landing. They've already contacted some people in the United States government, and they want to look into it. NASA actually agrees with them, and so does a retired command sergeant major and some other people in the U.S. government all agree that they're going to look into the moon landing. They're very quick to point out they're not looking in to make sure that it's real. You know, there's all those conspiracy theories saying, we didn't really go to the moon. Yeah, Russia's not saying that. Russia's like, we believe you went to the moon. Everyone agrees you went to the moon. The question is, the government took videos of them getting to the moon, orbiting the moon. They took videos of the dark side of the moon. They took videos of them getting out into the moon. All of this is gone.
Oh, yeah. I know NASA years ago allegedly may have erased over the original moon landing tapes.
That is what NASA says. NASA says that they erased 40 rolls of film from the Apollo program.
Those idiots.
Including the flight to the moon, the flight around the moon, the landing on the moon, the guys walking here and there. That's the actual quote from NASA. But yeah, 40 rolls that NASA claims to have deleted.
Yeah.
Russia's not buying it. Russia wants to investigate.
Oh, who knows? Maybe there was something up there they found classified.
And Russia is saying if they did find something classified, America doesn't get to keep it. When we went to the moon, that was a thing for mankind, that was for humanity, for every single country and all people, and it is not just throughout the United States government to have or keep it.
Hey, we got there first. We claimed it. It's our moon.
So Russia might be leading an investigation into the moon landing.
Hey, that's cool though.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll find some new stuff out.
Did you hear about the declassification of some documents that were like from the early 60s where they actually were planning to put a moon base up there?
They still are planning to put a moon base up there.
Yeah. That'd be cool. A moon base one day.
It'll happen.
Then we can have the astronauts go from Earth to the moon and then have them launch from the moon to Mars. That'd be cool.
See, the moon and Mars at some point will have colonies.
Mm-hmm.
Just a question of when.
And who.
All right.
No nudist colonies.
All right. So that's been our show for the week. As always, here with Anthony DeFranco and Ariel Ayers.
And Adam Kincaid. Thank you for visiting today, but the coffee house is now closed. We'll be open for business again next week at the same time and in the same place. Join us again then, and we'll have a set of new specials ready for you to sample and more riveting conversation to be had. Thank you and good night.